Hello everybody, welcome back to Course Party. Today we're hopefully going to be finishing up Chapter 4, and we'll be starting, hopefully, Chapter 5 in the next episode. I'd rather not make this a 4-part thing. Alright, so, a little bit of a recap for what happened. Last we left off, we were trying to find the severed tongues of the victims. So, let's hop back to it. Also, I attempted to record this earlier. However, there were some issues with the recording itself, and so it just didn't work. The last message we got was the doll telling us to go back to the place where the floor healed. And in the last episode, I tried the area we were just at, and it didn't work. But though the floor here has clearly collapsed previously, the gap seems to have mysteriously collapsed, closed up on its own. It feels completely solid. So, I remember some 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hey! One of the floorboards here is slightly raised. Peering through the crack, you can just barely make out something shiny in the dark recesses below. Pull it out? Yes. From beneath the floorboards, you manage to fish out a crank-like key that resembles the winder from an old-fashioned pocket watch.
なんだこりゃ。扉の鍵じゃなさそうだな。
The heck is this? Doesn't look like it would fit in any door I know. Winder. Tiny key shaped like the winder for a clock or a music box. Is there something in here? Yeah, this thing. The winder you found looks like it'll fit perfectly in the keyhole at the base of the lever. Use it? It did indeed slip into the device without any trouble. Nothing happened.
おいおい。
Come on. Lever's still stuck, but it seems to have a bit more give than it did before. There's space for it to go down just one more notch. Try forcing it? Yes.
この。
Huh. Where does that go? I know where it goes, you know. That was such a good fucking recording. Ah! OBS.
なんだここは。あ、シャワーがあるぞ。
Wow. Get a load of this place. It's got showers and everything. Hmm?
苦しい。ああ。頭が。篠崎。
What? Shiozaki!
大丈夫かよ。おい。
Are you alright?
また何か感じたのか。
Did you feel something again? Uh-huh.
また鼻血か。鼻だからいいが、脳の血管でも切れたら大変だぞ。
Nosebleed. it's just her nose, it's fine. But if a blood vessel burst in her brain or something...
篠崎、ほら、これ鼻に詰めてろ。
Here, Shinozaki, stuff some tissues up your nose to stop the bleeding.
ありがとう。持ってるけど、もらっとく。
Thanks. I have some of my own, but since you have yours out already...
なあ、
Yeah, go ahead.
例の影響以前に体力的にもう限界か。そろそろ休ませてやらないとな。
Did the ghost get her? No, she's been a little off since before that. I think she's probably reached her limit. She needs to rest. It spooked me the first time, it spooks me again. Son of a... What are you? Locker is empty. Like it is crammed full of discarded underwear, all twisted up like wrung out dish rags. Ugh. Damn.
プールか。雨で向こうがよく見えねえな。
Cool, huh? Can't even see the other side of it with all the rain.
Yoshi.
Alright, here goes.
篠崎、ダメだやっぱり。頭、文化人形。
Shinozaki, this clearly isn't working. Why don't I take the doll for a bit?
風邪ひいちまうから。お前は建物の中入ってろ。
You'll catch your death of a cold out here. Go back inside.
俺が調べ終わるまで更衣室で待ってろよ。
I can handle the search. You just wait for me in the locker room.
あなた一人で、霊相手に何ができるのよ。
What's gonna happen if a ghost shows up again, hmm? Think you'll be able to handle it on your own?
いいから。何かあったら呼ぶからよ。
Don't worry about me. If anything happens, I'll call you.
そん時は助けに来てくれよ。
And you can come to my rescue.
わかった。無茶しないでね。
Alright. Just don't do anything stupid.
ありがとう。
Thank you.
なんだ？
You say something?
これ以上負担をかけさせるわけにはいかないからな。
Gotta try to lighten her load as much as possible. I don't think she can handle much more of this. No running by the pool. It's essentially an oversized faucet or pump, obviously used to fill the pool. Its entire surface is covered in moss that seems to have absorbed some of the water, puffing it up with a thick, blackish-green coat of ultra-shiny slime. Great. Even the bricks have fallen apart. What is this place? I don't think it's rain that's stopping you from seeing. I think it's just fog. Caution. Confirm all swimmers have vacated the pool before draining. The sign on the door that says pump room. The door is locked. Figures. Wait. There's a letter over there. Huh. Neat. Looks like there's a key lodged in the crack between two tiles. Try digging it out. Yeah, not. Found near the pool. It's thin, flimsy, and rusted. Will probably break after a single use.
水圧調整室？
Pump room, huh?
うん。いい。
I've had enough. What?
今の声。まさかあいつ。
Is that... No, there's no way.
冗談じゃねえぞ。
Come on, give me a break here. Oh yeah, the timer. Oh shit. Okay, oh fuck.
篠崎
Shinozaki?
いない。さっきのはやっぱり。
She's not here. Guess it really was her.
何やってんだよタク。
What the hell is she thinking? Sorry if I interrupt the character actually like speaking, but like the timer and
何やってんだよ俺。やっぱり目を離すんじゃなかった。
wrong with me? What am I doing? I should never take my eyes off of her.
俺のせいだ。くそ。
It's not my fault. God damn it. Okay, where were you?
どこだ篠崎。
Hey, Shinozaki! Shinozaki!
さっき波が立っていたのは
Pretty sure this is where the
この辺か。
Yes. He's not here.
ここじゃないのか。
Picked the wrong spot. Well, no shit, dumbass.
さっき波が立っていたのはこの辺か。
Pretty sure this is where the waves were coming from. Timer's gone. Alright, we're good.
いた。
Sure.
今助けてやるからな。
Don't worry, Shinozaki. I'm pulling you up.
篠崎。篠崎。
Shinozaki. Shinozaki. Okay, at least she still has a pulse.
篠崎。篠崎。おい。頼むから息してくれよ。
Come on, breathe already, damn it.
心配させんなよ。
God, don't worry me like that.
落ち着いたか。
Back with me now?
ったく。なんでプールに飛び込んだりしたんだよ。
Tell me, why the hell did you jump into the pool?
菱沼くんが呼んだんじゃない。
You called me out there, didn't you?
俺が。
What?
呼ばれてプールサイドに出た後は覚えてないけど。
I heard your voice, so I ran outside. And after that, I don't remember much else.
気がついたら目の前が真緑で口の中にいっぱい水が。
Next thing I knew, my vision was all this sickening green color. My mouth was full of water.
くそ。これも例の仕業か。騙しやがるとは。
God damn it, is this the work of those ghosts again? Can't believe they tricked us so easily. What you did split up.
やっぱなんかあるな。あのプール。
There's gotta be something in that pool.
歯に何かいっぱい挟まってる。やだ、もだ
Something hacking my who? Oh God, it's like algae or something.
シャワーの水出ないのか。
Wonder if the showers still work.
ああ、
Nothing.
ダメだ。
口の中苦い、臭い。もう嫌。
Can't get rid of this horrible taste. And I smell absolutely putrid. I hate this.
ふざけやがって。
What does she think I feel?
篠崎、とりあえず雨で体洗ってみるか。
Shinozaki, how about we go out into the rain and wash ourselves off a little?
雨程度じゃ口洗えるかどうかわかんねえけど。
Though I don't know how much help rainwater will be for getting that taste out of your mouth. Okay.
よし、行こうぜ。
Alright then. Let's go.
後でどっかで服乾かさないとな。
After this, guess we'll have to figure out how to dry our clothes.
どうだ？
Feeling better?
うん。案外口すすげた。
Yeah. Surprisingly, I was able to rinse my mouth out pretty thoroughly.
そうか。よかったな。
Were you? That's good.
篠崎、さっき向こうに気になる部屋見つけたんだ。
So, Shinozaki, while I was out here, I came across a room in the back that I'd kind of like to check out.
私も行く。
I'll go with you.
その方がいいか。そうしよ
That's probably for the best. Alright, let's do it. Kind of door says pump room, door's locked. You unlock it, yes. Key was rusted and brittle, but in an instantly snapped as soon as it was turned. Fortunately, it has already done its job. Perfect. And I can't see a damn thing. Alright. Valve wheels labeled drainage. Turn it. What would have happened if, say, Ayumi was still in the pool when you drained it? Ugh. It's, settling. Corpse of a very thin individual being pickled in this filthy brine for so long seems to have bloated its skin into a patchwork of pustules. I'll pull up their name tags in a bit. It's the body of a female student rotting and decaying. It's the body of a female student rotting and decaying. And based on the size, it appears to be the body of a high schooler. Long-term exposure to the dirty, contaminated water has left it quite a mess. I removed the wheel from the water pump and threw it into the pool. Hopefully that'll keep anyone from finding the little treasure I left in the spigot. That bitch killed my friends. She can spend eternity without a tongue for all I care. The dim lights around you are reflecting off something deep inside the drainage grate. Try fishing it out?
なんだこれ。
What is this thing?
何かな。ハンドル。
Some kind of handle? Rusted valve wheel. Found at the bottom of the pool, probably got stuck when the water was drained. Oh yeah, hold on. So we got... Where are you? Hirune Tanaka. Drowned after a friend was killed by child spirit, age 14. Let's see. Sukaza Surutua. I can't with these names, dude. Collapsed in the pool while searching for Big Brother. Oh, we got Mitsuki Kamijio. Accosted from behind and thrown into pool, age 16. Oh. Kanzuki Saito. Lost footing near pool, hit head, fell in, and drowned. Age 9. We found a 9-year-old thing in the last episode. Alright. A crude label written on a piece of tape attached to the device reads water pump. Right below it there's a slot for some sort of lever or handle. Attached to the rusted valve wheel?
錆びついててこれ以上回らないか。
It's as far as it's gonna go, I think. It's too rusted to turn anymore. Look at that. A small hemp bag stained with copious amounts of blood. It seems to have fallen from the spigot. An elementary schooler student ID name tag is attached to it. Heavenly Host Elementary School, Class 1-6, Tokiko Tsuji. Bag appears to contain severed human tongue.
女の子の名前。
It's a girl's name. Severed tongue of one of the Heavenly Host murder victims sealed in a small hemp bag. I'm gonna go get the other tongue as well. Actually, your own reflection stares back at you. Strangely, you have more wrinkles than you remember. Probably exhaustion or something. Alright, they should be something. Oh yeah.
どっちに渡せばいいの？
Which one do we give it to? Let's not fuck that one up. Yeah, we're just gonna go get the other one. Wherever it is. You bitch, get back here.
Here
we go again.
今度はどこだってんだよ。
What the hell's it gonna take us this time? Where your friend was splattered. The floorboards beneath that wall. Right under her globby entrails. Where the floor dips and the blood pools. Drip, drop, drip, drop. Smelly, smelly, icky, icky. Get in there good and dig it out. No!
You're
getting a good laugh out of this, you sick son of a bitch?
そんなとこにあるもの。
God, if that's where it is.
取って、来れるかよ。
I'm not sure we can ever bring ourselves to do it.
誰かいるのか。
Is someone there?
森重、無事だったか。
Morishige? You're alive!
いやあ、岸沼。それに委員長。そちらも無事で何より。
Yeah, Kashinuma! And our class rep. I'm very glad to see both of you safe and sound.
ん？どうしたの？
What happened?
ああ、ちょっとな。お前、どこにいたんだ。
It's a long story. So, where have you been?
別館の方にいたんだけど、さっき急に気を失ったみたいで。
I was in the second wing until a short while ago, but suddenly lost consciousness.
気がついたら、なんか校舎の雰囲気が変わってて。
And when I woke up here, it felt as if the air had somehow changed.
あと、持田と持田の妹にもあったよ。
Oh, yes. And I did briefly cross paths with Mochida and his sister.
本当か。あいつらも無事なのか。
You did? So they're okay too?
うん。なんか妹がはぐれてたみたいだけど。
They are. Though next time I ran into Mochida's sister, it seemed she and her brother had parted ways.
森重くん、
Morishige?
それ手に持ってるもの。
What is that in your hand? Morishige appears to be grasping a blood-soaked pouch in his hands.
ん？ああ、これ。この先の通路の床下で。
Hmm? Oh, this? I, found it under the floorboards in the hallway.
見つけたんだけど。
Just up these stairs.
何かのまじない？これ、いるの？
Is it some kind of charm? Do you want it?
じゃあ、渡しとくよ。俺は今、人探しでそれどころじゃないんだ。
Please, take it. I'm merely searching for a certain someone. So I have no need for charms at the present time. Severed tongue of one of the Heavenly Host murder victims sealed in a small hemp bag. As with the others, there's a student ID name tag attached to the front. Heavenly Host Elementary School Class 2552, Yuki Kano.
じゃあね。なんだよ、委員長。その目は。
Well, I should be going now. Is something wrong, class rep? You look like you've seen a ghost.
そうだ。持田が一の絵で待ち合わせしようって言ってたよ。
Oh yeah, one more thing. Mochida said we should try to all meet in classroom 1A.
おう。
Oh, okay.
多分よ。
I'm guessing.
鈴本のいるあの場所じゃなくて。
It wasn't from, you know, Suzumoto's spot.
近くの床にでも転がってたんだろう。これ。じゃなきゃよ。変な。
Maybe it shifted over a few feet, and he got it from there. I mean, if he didn't, then...
怖い。あの人、手、血まみれだった。
It really freaked me out. Did you see his hands? They're covered in blood. What are you talking about? His hands are fine. I didn't see any blood on them. Be cool if they added that to the model, though. Maybe not the sprite, but like the 2D like model on the side. All right, you two. let's get this sorted. Boo.
返して返して
Get it back. Get it back.
この子は片目がない。もう一人は頭がない。
This girl's missing an eye. The other one's missing most of her head.
返してあげるべき体の部分がこれじゃ足りてない。
All we
ど
got
う
are,
しよう。
all we got are tongues. Is that gonna be enough? What do we do? Bought the tongue bags? The girls lower their heads, or what's left of it in one case, and begin rocking slowly back and forth, as if feeling anxious.
菅野ゆきちゃん、辻時子ちゃん。
Yuki Kano and Tohiko Tsuji.
返してあげる。これあなたたちのものでしょ。
These are for you. They're yours, aren't they? Hand over the two bags. Handed over the two bags. Jesus.
お
Thank you.
姉さん、ありがとう。
Thank you very much. Nice.
すげえ。やったな、篠崎。これで3人か。
We did it. We did it, Shinozaki. All three of them.
あと1人。赤い服の。
What if it's the girl in the red? No! No more!
幽霊と喋ってるとどんどん自分が死に近づいていく感覚がする。
Every time I talk to these ghosts, I feel like I'm getting closer and closer to death myself.
わかる。だんだん自分の死に顔が。
Do you have any idea what that's like? I keep picturing how I'll look when I'm dead. I'm not even trying.
頭の中にはっきりと浮かんでくるの。すごく嫌なイメージ。
It just pops into my head all on its own. It's such a horrible image.
帰りたい。帰りたいよ。
I just want to go home.
お母さん、お姉ちゃん。
I want to go home. I just want to go home. Back to my mom and my sister.
持ちたく。
Mochita, you bitch. Homie is right here. Fuck you.
篠崎。
Saki.
わかった。次、俺がやるからよ。だから、
Alright. Next one's mine then, okay?
しっかり。おっ
So just try to pull yourself to get. What?
あまた地震か
God damn it, not again.
なんだこれでかいぞ
It's big too.
気を失ってたのか。
Ugh. Was I knocked out?
あ、どこだここは。
am I?
Ah. ここ、俺らの教室か。
Is this our classroom?
マジかよ。
No fooling? Yumi, get fuck.
篠崎、
Shizaki,
しっかりしろよ。おい。
hey, wake up!
息はしてるな。
She's breathing at least.
篠崎、おい。起きろよ。
Shizaki, come on, wake up already!
岸沼くん。
Kishinuma?
あれ
Huh? What?
見てみろよ、周り。俺も信じらんねえんだけど。
Take a look around you. I can hardly believe it myself. But here we are.
嘘。
No way.
本当ここは
We're back? For real? Is this really our school?
マジだよ。ほら、俺の机だ。
It's really real. Check it out, here's my desk.
本当だ。見て見て、私の机。
Mine too. It's right here, I can't believe it.
ってことは
It's true.
私たち帰ってこれたのよ。やったー。
Yeah, we made it. We're home, we're home.
さあ、ざまみろ、チキシャ
Fuck yeah. Suck on that, world.
サトシやユイ先生たちは帰ってきてねえのか。
Guess there's no Satoshi or Miss Yue or anyone else, huh? It's a collection of... We're collecting to buy a banquet of flowers for our dear friend Suzume, who will be leaving us for a new school after the festival. 300 yen per person. Contact Ayumi Shinozaki for payment. The needle on the clock in the hall is pointing to 8. There's not a soul in sight. Shelves are filled with personal effects belonging to the class 2-9, primary assistant homeroom teacher.
ユイ先生、自分家の猫用の缶詰を置いとくのは
Miss Yue even has some cans of cat food in here.
どう考えても公私混同だよな。
I'm not sure that's the sort of thing she should be storing in a classroom, though. Yeah, where is she? We haven't seen her since, like, chapter 2. It's been 2 whole chapters. Where the hell is she? Needle on the clock in the hall is pointing to 8. There's not a soul in sight. Hey, there's not a soul in sight. Come on, there's gotta be something else we can do.
もう帰ってこられないかと思ってた。
Never thought I'd live to see home again. Alright. That's what we needed? Needle on the clock and the hall is pointing to 8. There's not a soul in sight. Okay, can I go up?
サトシやユイ先生たちは帰ってきてねえのか。
Guess there's no Satoshi or Miss Yue or anyone else, huh? Yeah, I guess not. Venturing out in search of others, you find that even the janitor is likely gone home. Lights are all out, and the halls are pitch black. Only the red glow of the light next to the fire extinguisher offers any respite from the quaint, quiet darkness of the school hallway.
8時を過ぎて真っ暗な校舎の中に居残ることになるとはな。 現実感ねえな。
Standing around in the darkened corridors of our school building at 8 in the evening just feels so surreal. As the thunder and rain grows more intense, the windows begin to condense with moisture, turning white. In contrast, the corridors see a black.
これ、現実か？
Is this reality?
さっきまでのは夢だったんじゃないか。
Was everything up until now just a dream?
どこで何やってんだろう俺。
Where am I right now? What am I doing?
どうした篠崎？
Shinozaki, what's wrong? Oh shit.
はあ？
What?
なんだこりゃ。
The hell is this?
終わってないの？
It's not over, is it?
まだ終わってないの？
Why isn't it over? Why? Damn it.
お前は。
It's you. No!
誰？来る
Go back! Don't come any closer!
な！ちょうどこんな雨の降る放課後のことでした。
It was a rainy evening after school, just like this one.
私が誘拐されたあの日、
On the day I was kidnapped,
朝、私はお母さんと喧嘩をしてしまいました。
I remember I had a fight with my mom that morning.
何を言ってるの？
Why is she telling us this?
あ、わかんねえよ。
I have no idea.
お母さんと顔を合わせるのが嫌で、
I didn't want to see her face.
学校の後、私は家へ帰らずに、
So after school, I decided that instead of going home,
ぼーっと渡り廊下にしゃがんで雨を眺めていました。
I'd park myself in the outdoor walkway for a little and watch the rain.
そうしたら、私の隣に吉和先生が座って、
As when Mr. Yoshikazu showed up, he sat down next to me.
と私の話を聞いてくれたのです。
I told him all about my fight with my mom, and he listened really closely and just kept saying, uh-huh, uh-huh.
先生、言葉を話せない病気だったけれど、
He
心は
was,
優しい人だったから。
he was sick and couldn't speak much, you see. But he was a very kind man.
私は好きでした。
I really liked him.
けれど、
But then,
お兄さん、お姉さん、
you two are nice people.
ごめんなさい。
I'm so sorry.
あなたは5年生の。
She's so tiny. She must be a fifth grader?
菅野ゆきちゃんね。
Yuki Kano, right?
さっきはありがとうございます。
Thank you for what you did back there.
殺された私たちを成仏させようとしてくれて。
For making the effort to help those of us who were killed in that school.
結局成仏はできたのか？なんでお前まだいるんだよ。
Didn't we succeed though? So why are you still here?
いいえ、できてません。
No, you didn't.
あなたたちから言葉を奪った、抜き取られた舌は返したし。
But we returned your tongues. We gave you back your ability to speak out.
あなたたちにひどいことをした犯人には懺悔させたけど、や
We even got the murderer to repent for what he did.
っぱり許せない。
Is it just you can't forgive him? No matter what?
私たちの成仏に許す、許さないというそれぞれの意志は関係ないんです。
Appeasing us isn't about forgiveness. It doesn't matter if we forgive or not.
懺悔とは犯人と被害者との間に存在して、それ
Repentance,
単体で私たち被害者の霊を動かすものです。
repentance is between the criminal and the victim. It's the sole act capable of moving us.
私たちが天神小学校を異空間に閉じ込めている霊場の断片だから、私たちを動かすという方法は正しいと思います。
We exist as fragments of the sacred ground on which heavenly host is sealed. I believe that moving us is your best course of action.
だけど足りていないんです。犯人の懺悔が。
But it's not enough. His repentance just wasn't enough.
あいつの文化人形が喋った言葉では足りないってこと？
So you're saying his words, the words spoken by the doll, weren't good enough to appease you?
あれは
It's not.
で、なんだよ。
So what then?
なんだって無関係の人間を何人も何人も閉じ込めてるんだ。
Why do you feel the need to trap one innocent stranger after another in that godforsaken place?
俺たちをあそこに呼び寄せたのはお前ら子供の幽霊たちだろ。
You child spirits are the ones who summoned us there, aren't you?
それは違います。
It's not true.
だと？
What the hell do you mean by that?
私たちは異空間をつなぎ止める歯車に過ぎなくて、
We're just the cogs that hold the closed spaces together.
お前鈴本を殺したじゃねえかよ。
But you killed Suzumoto, didn't you?
待って、
Wait,
え？
もう少し聞こう。
let's hear her out.
お姉さんたちだけでも無事に遅れてよかったです。
I'm just glad I was able to get even the two of you back to safety.
なんで急に俺たちを気遣うような言い方すんだよ。
Why the hell are you suddenly so concerned about us?
私のお姉ちゃんに聞いたことがある。
I heard about a situation like this from my sister once.
強い未練を残したまま暴力的に命を搾取された玲子は、
A lost soul whose life was ended violently and abruptly, leaving her with a mountain of worries and regrets.
普通の人でいうところの錯乱に近い状態でとどまってしまうって。
It's kind of like stopping short at the edge of madness.
いろんな感情や思いがごちゃ混ぜになってしまっているから、
With all sorts of thoughts and feelings swirling around in your head.
本来の優しい心と聖者への妬みや敵意の気持ちとコントロールできずに感情がくるくる変わるって。
Your kindly nature and your sudden hatred, panic begin to spin around and around, and you just start acting without any sort of control.
お前の姉さんって霊能師の？
Your sister some kind of medium or something?
うん、ちょっと違うけど。
Yeah, something like that. Fucking occult shit, man.
どっちもこいつの本音ってわけか。
So what you're saying is this little girl and the creepy little girl we met before are two sides of the same coin.
だったらお願い、他の生きてるみんなも。
I feel for you. I really do. So please, please, bring the rest of them back.
持田くんや先生たちも連れてきてあげて。
Mochida, Miss Yue, everyone else too. Bring them all back home.
ねえ、できるんでしょ？
Come on, you can do it, right?
もうそれは無理だと思います。
I don't think that's possible anymore.
どうして？
Why not?
あの空間はたくさんの無関係な命を食べ過ぎました。
Those closed spaces, they've eaten a lot of innocent souls. Far too many, in fact.
あそこで死んだ人たちの恨みの念がもう満員だから。
The grudges of those who died there have filled every last corner of them. There's no room left.
行き場をなくした悲しい思いたちの影響で、すべての霊が
Because the agony and pain has nowhere else to go,
わずかに残った理性を失い始めています。
it began feeding on the minds and souls, like us who are bound there.
私だってもうすぐまた
It won't be long.
生きている人をただ無差別に襲うだけの怨霊になってしまいます。
Before I turn back into a vengeful spirit who attacks people like you without mercy.
あなたも味方してくれなくなるのね。
So we're gonna lose you as an ally then.
だったらなおさら急がなきゃ。
Why don't you just hurry up and bring them home right now?
何か持田くんたちを助ける方法はないの？
Isn't there any way for us to save Mochida and the others?
一つだけあります。
There may be one way.
どうするんだよ。
What is it?
お兄さんも知っている方法です。
I think you
あの
already
場所へ戻って。
think you already know. You have to return to the closed spaces.
私たち天神小学校の児童4名誘拐殺害事件被害者の霊を
Find all 4 of us Heavenly Host serial kidnapping and murder victims.
みんなを成仏させてくれれば、歯車を失った異空間に大きな歪みが生まれます。
And put us all to rest. Then the closed spaces won't have their cogs anymore. So they'll begin to fall apart.
そうすれば、もしかしたら
And you just might get your friends back.
あそこへまた戻るのかよ。
You expect us to go back?
それにせっかく残りあと一人だと思ってたのに、済んだつもりのお前ら3人も成仏してなかったしよ。
This time instead of just having one person left to appease, have to go back to the drawing board and appease all 4 of you?
どうしてさっき口ごもったの？成仏できなかった理由。
Why couldn't you tell us the reason our previous efforts weren't good enough? What is there to hide?
それは
It's just
思い出したくないんです。
something I don't want to remember. But
どうしても知りたいのなら教えます。あの時のこと。
if you really want to know, I'll tell you. I'll tell you everything that happened. Yuki's spirit gently took hold of Ayumi's hand, and in an instant the two beings seemed to merge together into a single mind.
何？
What's going on? Ah!
白崎
Shizaki!
痛い！
It hurts! It hurts!
あれ、
Huh?
どうなったの？私、
What happened to me?
気絶したはずなのに意識がある。
Didn't I pass out? Why am I fully aware right now?
真っ暗だし体が動かない。
I can't see a thing. I can't move.
なんか疲れた時になる金縛りみたい。
It's like that feeling you get when you're really tired. Sleep paralysis, I think? Oh shit. Oh shit.
ここは
Where?
体が動かない。
Why can't I move?
犯行現場で唯一生き残った赤いワンピースの女児、篠崎幸子。
Sachiko Shinozaki, the little girl in the red dress, and the only survivor of the horrific murders that occurred in Heavenly Host Elementary School.
幸子の家族は事件後、怯えるように他県へ移っていったとされている。
Following the incident, Sachiko's family fled from the area, moving to another prefecture to escape the frightful memories that remained here.
驚いたことに、この篠崎家についての記述は、この事柄以外。
Strangely, however, I've been unable to locate any other records of the Shinozaki family.
当時の書類や文献のどこを見ても、何を見ても見当たれない。
No matter where I look, the only information I can find about them comes from the newspaper reports on the Heavenly Host murders.
惨劇の舞台となった学校や現役校長の嫡男による凄惨な犯行。
Granted, when an elementary school becomes a stage for a grisly incident such as this, perpetrated by none other than the principal's own son,
そのスキャンダラスな背景の取材に目がくらみ、
it stands to reason that the scandal would serve as the primary focus of the public interest, with all other details fading into the background.
この小さな生存者の聴取がおろそかになったのではと予想したが、そうではなかった。
So, of course, after learning that Sachiko was safe, further news of her whereabouts was largely ignored, in favor of the media circus surrounding the school.
誰も幸子のその後をたどることができなかったのだ。
There's more to it than that. People weren't just uninterested in learning of Sachiko's history, or whereabouts. There was simply no data to be had.
体は金縛りにあったみたいに動かせないけど、
I can't move my body because of sleep paralysis, I guess.
部屋の光景が見える。
But I can clearly see the room I'm in now.
私の他に男の子が一人、
There's,
女の子が二人。
there's one boy and two girls in here, aside from myself.
顔に見覚えがある。
I recognize them.
みんなあの犯人に殺された天神症の子供たちだ。
They're
まだ
the,
生きてる。
they're the children who were killed in Heavenly Host during the incident. They're still alive.
けど私を含めみんな手足を縛られて床に転がされている。
Unfortunately, they're all bound hand and foot and just sprawled out on the floor. So am I.
だから私も体が動かないのかしら。
That's the real reason I can't move. Somebody, please save me! No, stop! No, please, no!
目、目、目、目を。
Right, eyes. No, I can't see.
目隠しをされ何も見えない。
Now I'm blindfolded. I can't see a thing that's happening to me.
手足も縛られてるから目隠しを取ることもできない。
Since my hands and feet are tied up, I can't remove the blindfold either.
こうしていると恐怖は余計に倍増する。
It just makes everything so much worse.
耳がどんどん敏感になる。
I guess because I can't see, I began to listen more intently.
「周りの子たちのおえつの声が狭い部屋に反響して、私も恐怖で頭が割れそうになる。
The helpless cries of the other children echo off the walls of the cramped room. I'm so scared. It feels like my head's going to explode.
何するのよ。どうして目隠しなんか。
What are you doing to me? Why am I blindfolded?
ねえ、話して。もう、手、足、ほどいてよ。
Untie me. Cut the ropes. I want to be able to use my hands and feet. Please.
ねえ。
Please.
何度も叫んだけど、男は私から離れていった。
I kept begging and pleading. All I heard in response was the man walking away from me.
順番
In order. Okay.
順番って何？
In order?
人間の声とは思えない凄まじい音波のような叫び声。端っこにいた男の子だ。
I've never heard screaming like that before. It's pure primal terror, cutting through the air like a perfect sine wave. It's the boy at the end.
それが永遠と続く。今まさに殺されてるんだ。
Feels like he's been screaming for an eternity. He's being killed right now.
なんてこと。なんてこと。
God, what the hell is he doing to him?
こんな残酷な目に遭ってるのに、
No one deserves this.
なぜせめて早く神様は意識を奪ってあげないの。
Why isn't God allowing him to fall unconscious so he doesn't have to suffer?
「何十分経っただろうか。
It's been at least half an hour now.
何度も何度も繰り返し絞り出された男の子の叫び声は
Those inhuman screams of a young boy being ripped apart from the inside.
とうとう
Have
聞こえ
finally,
なくなった。
have finally come to a halt.
間髪入れずに女の子の悲鳴が上がる。これももはや音だった。
Without even a single moment of silence, the first of the girls in the line is next to scream for our life, and the symphony goes on. God, I can't take any more of this. I'm losing my mind. Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!
まだ終わらない。早く。
It's still going on? Come on, just die already!
早く。私は何を望んでるんだろう。
Die already? God, what's wrong with me?
わからないけど、とにかく早く楽にしてあげて。
You know what? I don't care. Just get it over with. Leave me in peace.
やがてゴンと何か重いものが落ちる音がして静かになった。
Finally, after hearing a sound like a heavy object being dropped, noises stopped, and the room grew quiet again.
大きくなる足音。
Those footsteps are getting closer.
ぞわりと全身の毛が逆立つ。
All my hair standing on end at this point.
胃から下に氷を詰められたような、一瞬にして下痢になったような丘。
Everything below my stomach feels like it's been frozen. Like I've suddenly been stricken with severe diarrhea.
順番。私は何を安心しているんだろう。隣の子が死んだら次は。
In order? God, why am I relieved by the silence? The kid next to me just died.
私の番じゃない。
It is my turn now. Ah!
髪の毛をつかまれ、頭をグイッと持ち上げられる。
Someone's got me by the hair. They're pulling my head up
同時に目隠しを取られると、犯人の顔が
and taking off my
正
blindfold.
面に見えた。
Taking off my blindfold, which means I get to see the face of my killer.
天神小学校の開校当初から閉鎖されていた地下室で行方不明だった児童たちの
Four missing children were found in the basement room of Heavenly Hills Elementary School, unused and officially sealed since the building's construction.
亡骸が発見された時の現場はまさに賛美極まる凄惨な光景だった。
When authorities entered, they were greeted with an inhumanly horrific sight.
鑑識の調査の結果、凶器は逮捕時に犯人が手にしていた大きな断ち切りバサミと断定。
Based upon the evidence at hand, the murder weapon was determined to be a pair of large sewing scissors found in the hands of the accused.
躊躇があったのか、男のものにしては軽めの力で、しかし執拗に。
Investigators suspect some hesitation on the man's part, however, as the deceased victim's wounds did not indicate that his full strength had been used.
殺意を持って犯行に及んだことは確実であった。
Nonetheless, he had clearly acted with extreme malicious intent.
公式発表では、児童たちの死因は舌を切り取られたことによる失血死とされていたが、
The official cause of death for the three murdered children has been listed as loss of blood following removal of the tongue.
実際にはもっとむごたらしい凶行が行われていた。
The actual state of affairs was not quite so clinical, nor even so pleasant, if you can believe that.
以下は規制によりメディアで報道されていない殺害の手口である。
The following details have been extrapolated from information previously unreleased to the public, or at least previously unreported by the news outlets.
現場で惨劇を目撃した幸子の証言に基づいている。
These details of the crime are based on the official police testimony of Sachiko Shinozaki herself.
手足を縛られ、 目隠しをされた被害者たちは一人ずつ距離を置いて寝かされ、
Evidently, the victims were bound, blindfolded, and spaced out on the floor,
順番に殺されていった。
then killed one by one.
一人はハサミで腹部をめった刺しにされた上に臓器を抜き取られショック死。
One was repeatedly stabbed in the abdomen with the affirmated pair of scissors, then had many of his internal organs forcibly dug out.
臓器は地下室の土床に粗雑に埋められた。
His discarded innards were found partially buried beneath the earthen floor of the basement room.
一人はハサミで数十回にもわたって頬を刺され、口から上の顎部がちぎれ死亡。
Another was stabbed in the head dozens upon dozens of times, to such an extent that all the flesh and bone above her jawline had been essentially minced away.
目隠しを剥ぎ取られ、
With my blindfold removed,
私の目の前にさらされた光景は想像を絶していた。
the sight that appeared before me was more horrific than anything I could have possibly imagined.
血まみれの大きなハサミを手に私を見下ろしていたのはさっきの大男ではなく、
The person staring back at me, brandishing the blood-soaked pair of sewing scissors, wasn't the large man from earlier at all.
捕らえられていた子供たちの一人。
It was one of the children.
帰り地で顔が真っ赤に染まった小さな女の子だった。
It was a little girl. Her face dyed red with the blood of her victims.
生気のない灰色の目でじっと私の目を見据え、ついで彼女は
She was staring intently at me, with soulless gray eyes. And then
ケタケタと笑い出した。
she just started giggling.
ハサミは不快な音を立て、せわしなく開閉を繰り返す。
She was opening and closing the bloodied scissors over and over again, and the sound kept echoing through the room.
その錆びてボロボロになった血まみれの切っ先は
Then she took those dull, rusty, thoroughly blood-soaked blades,
スーッと私の目に向けられた。
slowly brought them closer and closer to my left eye.
そんな、なんで、どうしてあなたが
How? Why? Was it you?
いや、
No. No. No!
一人はハサミで眼球を何度も刺された上に、
The third victim was stabbed in the left eye an indeterminate number of times.
スープのように潰れた目玉をえぐり出され、苦しみ抜いた末に失血死に至る。
Until her eyeball became soup-like in consistency. She was eventually just left like that, slowly bleeding to death in horrible agony.
その後、なぜか犯人は3人の遺体から舌をハサミで切断している。
Strangely, it was only after these mutilations had already been inflicted that the killer went back and severed the victim's tongues.
執筆している私も胸の悪くなる。まさに悪魔の所業である。
Learning the truth about these proceedings is shocking, even to me. It makes it nearly impossible to accept the murderer as anything but a monster.
児童3人が惨殺される中、唯一生き残った少女、幸子。保護された後、
Bearing witness to every moment of this was a 7-year-old girl named Sachiko. In many ways, she's the most pitiable and long-suffering of them all.
泣きじゃくる彼女の証言から追及が進み、義和は送検された。
It was through her tearful, frightened testimony that Yoshikazu Yanagori was officially charged.
言い換えるなら、彼を犯人確定に追い込んだ張本人である。彼女には
Now, going back to the hunt for information on the unfortunate girl's whereabouts, it was her words that ultimately led to Yoshikazu's sentence.
自宅の所在も家族構成も一切の記録が残っていない。
Therefore, it comes as no real surprise that sensitive information pertaining to her and her family would be withheld. That's to be expected.
というより、はっきり言えば、存在していた痕跡が全くないのだ。
What's not expected, however, is that there's not even the slightest trace of this information left to find. It's as if it simply never existed.
ここからは仮説になる。果たしてこれは本当に。
Therefore, I cannot help but consider alternate possibilities, possible explanations. And I remind you, this is merely conjecture.
義和の犯行なのか。
One question keeps nagging at the back of my mind. Was Yoshikazu Yanagori really the murderer of these 3 victims?
児童たちを殺害したのは本当に義和なのか。
It is possible this crime was not actually perpetrated by him at all.
後期の義和は言葉による他人とのコンタクトは不自由だったとはいえ、
Think about it. In his final days, Yoshikazu was incapable of communicating with others through speech.
基本的にはおとなしく他人に危害を加えるような性質ではなかった。
And despite his childlike reversions, he'd always been a personable and friendly man. As the saying goes, he wouldn't have hurt a fly.
これは彼を取り巻いていた親戚や付近住民の証言も聞くことができたので確実だ。
All his relatives, friends, and neighbors confirmed as much. Shocked to hear that such a kindly man would commit these unconsolable atrocities.
突然このような強行に走る道理がないのである。
He certainly had no motive for the crime either. There's nothing for him to gain from it.
一方、それまで健康であった義和の父親。
Then again, he may simply have lost his mind. Look at his father.
柳堀校長が突然奇怪な言動や行動を取り始めたのもこの時期だ。
It was around the same time that Principal Takayama Yanagori suddenly began speaking in tongues and acting in a most peculiar way.
何かに取りつかれたように屋敷の壁一面に意味不明の漢字の羅列を書き殴ったり、
Not to mention scribbling incomprehensible gibberish all over his walls, as if possessed.
何者かに怯えるように部屋の隅にこもり大声でわめいたり暴れたり。
He seemed frightened of someone, and would often be found crouching in the corner of his office, moaning and thrashing when visitors came by.
こちらも相当な事態になっていた。
If he could wind up in such a beleaguered state, with no warning, then perhaps so too could his son.
そこに私は人知を超えた力の動き、巨大なる呪詛の側面を見ている。
I believe that we're looking at a curse, far more powerful than anything man could have devised.
開校当初より閉鎖されていた
From the time it opened, from the time it opened its doors to the day it closed them forever.
天神小学校の地下室に関する何か大きな呪いの存在。
Heavenly Host Elementary School's sealed basement room has existed as far as some form of cursed ground.
この連続児童誘拐殺害事件より
And to find the underlying cause, we must go back beyond the infamous kidnapping and murder incident.
さらに遡ること20年。
Back a whole 20 years.
おぼろげながら真相を知る手がかりを私は見つけたように思える。
I believe I may have found a clue that could shed some light on the situation. It may be a bit far-fetched, as leads go, but it's a lead nonetheless.
廃校になった後、取り壊されて別の学校が建っている現在では、
Regrettably, since Heavenly Host was not only closed, but demolished altogether, another school was built in its place.
失われた天神小学校の地下室を調べることは不可能だが、
And it's no longer possible to investigate the basement room directly.
私の助手が興味深い方法を見つけてきてくれた。
My protege has found what may be the next best thing.
不可能が可能となるかもしれない。これよりその準備に出かける。
Something that could make the impossible possible once more. Preparations are being made to pursue this lead, even now.
詳しくは次回の連載にてお伝えしたいと思う。楽しみにお待ちいただきたい。
Be sure not to miss the next installment. It may be the scoop of a lifetime. Toyu Kibiki, 2003, July 22nd. Continue in Chapter 5. There we go! Well, that was Chapter 4, everyone. I'm sorry that had to be cut up into a few parts. But, hopefully, I will be seeing you guys boot up Chapter 5, finish this game once and for all. Have a good one.